Hey, how's everybody doing this evening? No, you can't tell me right now, but you can leave it in the comments. The plan is to load the 5067E on the International 4900 because we're going to take it to the dealership tomorrow and try to get an update done on the computer, on the ECU or ECM, whatever you want to call it. See if that helps with my engine noise that's going on. I'm hoping it does, but lack some confidence in that. If not, I hope maybe they have an idea of what is going on and can help me. I hope they're friendly. I hope we get along, because not had the best of experience so far with them, but things can change. It can be better. What I'm gonna do, it's starting to get dark on me. The clouds are coming over, so the video ain't gonna be the best, but what I was gonna do is show chaining down this tractor to haul it for a long distance, and be sponsored by VEVOR, which has sent me 4 3/8 ratchet binders and 4 10-foot 3/8 chains to use, which is nice, and I love 10-foot chains. That's what I've always cut chains into, is 10-foot lengths. I hate a big long chain. They're just, for me, they're not useful. It's 1/2 inch or 3/8 binders can be used for either size chain. I don't remember, it don't say on the handle what they're rated at though. I figured it would. It probably should. I don't know. I hope they're DOT approved. Something I didn't look at. But the chain is a grade 70. No, chain's a grade 80. Grade 80 chain. Chains are good, for sure. I'll have to find out if those are DOT regular or approved or not. So I figured they would have had to have the weight rating on them if they was. Anyways, I'm gonna use them for me, but if you're moving equipment commercially, might better check into that. I think it's like $264 for 4 chains and 4 binders, and I was glad to get that. I'll show you using them here just shortly. Since we're going to be hauling the tractor at highway speeds, I'm going to back it on. I personally don't think it matters, but I've had people jump onto me for hauling it facing forward and not covering up the exhaust. But I don't believe you're going to spin the turbo by hauling it on the road. It might, but I doubt it. I know Digging OK, another YouTube channel, he did a test with a leaf blower one time, blowing in his exhaust pipe, and couldn't get his turbo wheel to spin, so I don't know. We'll back it on just to appease everybody this time. So depending on your hook points, they're a little different for everything. Makes a difference in how you chain up back here. I'll show you what I'm doing. This tractor has those places right there. I'm just going to pull off of those. You could go around this here as well. A lot of times, if I'm hauling something local and I've got a 3-point hitch attachment hooked up, I'll just come across the lift arms and pull against that attachment. It helps hold it in place, and it holds the tractor in place. And you know, if you're hooking, you pull towards the front of the trailer. On the other end, pull towards the back of the trailer, and that helps the load from shifting and pull to each side. I think DOT regulations require you to have, if it's 10,000 pounds or more, you have to have all 4 corner chained. I think if it's less, you can use like a chain up and over, but I think you got to use 4 separate chains and binders if it's over 10,000 pounds. This tractor I don't think would be hardly 10,000, but it's probably close with the weights and the loader and everything. So we'll get her chain hooked and get us a binder. Well, that's strange. This one has it in it. Working load limit, WLL, 9,200 pounds, I believe. They come 2 separate boxes. They come 2 binders and 2 chains per box, and I don't know why they're different, but they are. Definitely some good chain, I believe. You can just tell by the way it handles and sounds. And it's got grade 80 stamped in it, in the links. The binders, I feel like, could be a little thicker in the pipe right here, personally. I don't know what a 4 chains and 4 binders would cost of other brands. I haven't bought any in a long time. Now again, where you hook to the tractor is going to vary a lot from machine to machine. I've got made a box here that I can chain to, and I've got a piece of solid rod under there I can also hook to, but I had been using 5/16 chain instead of 3/8, and it wouldn't hook over this 1/2 inch metal that I got it made out of, but this hook will hook there, so we'll hook like that on it this time. What my plan is to just use these chains for hauling and use my other chains for the pulling and all that stuff. I'm trying to keep these in good shape here because I've bent links and drug out my others on rock and asphalt and kind of wore the links down. These chains. Most of the time, if I'm hauling local, I don't put the 4 chains. Put one in the front, one in the back, because I do a lot of just 3 or 4 mile trips. But hauling it a pretty good distance like I'm doing, probably be better. Chain or down here. Yeah. All right. There'll be a link in the description on the VEVOR chain and binders if anybody's interested. Like I said, 2 of them has the numbers, the weight ratings on them. 2 of them don't. I don't know why that is. But anyways, some good chain, that's for sure. I don't know about the binders. Y'all can be the judge on that if you want some. I'd say if you're kind of like me, it ain't gonna matter. But if you're hauling equipment commercially, regularly, they got a little bit to be desired, but I think they'd be fine for, perfectly fine for a tractor this size or smaller, or even one bigger. But as far as hauling excavators, dozers, that type thing, I don't know. Chain, yeah, it's good. But anyways, we will take this thing to Abingdon tomorrow and see what transpires. Hope it goes good and everything. But I'll follow up with you in another video on what transpired and a little bit about what's transpired between my last video and now. So we'll talk to you later. Have a good one.